they engaged in some sort of physical altercation, and then it died down for a short period of time, and the defendant returns with a knife.
All right, court is calling 2025 CR 009398 State versus Avelino Lopez. Could I have parties announce?
Galway for state.
Reporter, Mr. Lopez.
All right, and are you Mr. Lopez? All right, you entered a plea of no contest on October 7th. You applied for deferred adjudication. The PSI was waived. According to the plea, punishment is to be assessed at a cap of 10 years in the prison. There's a $2,000 fine, affirmative finding of deadly weapon. The state is opposed to your application. This will run concurrently with 2025 CC 006611, and there's to be restitution, if any, to the complainant. Are both parties ready to proceed with sentencing?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, any witnesses state?
No, Your Honor.
Defense, any witness? All right, you may call your witness.
We'll call Terry.
State you're opposed, you may proceed.
Your Honor, we're asking that you deny his applications and sentence him to 10 years and TDC. And that's based upon the evidence that was stipulated upon, which essentially states that it's alleged that the victim and the defendant got into an argument regarding an alcoholic beverage. They engaged in some sort of physical altercation, and then it died down for a short period of time, and the defendant returns with a knife, stabs the victim. That's supported by multiple witness statements that are in stipulations. So we would ask that you deny his application and sentence him to 10 years.
All right, defense.
I agree with the state except for the 10 years and a little bit about, you read the reports. Of
yes.
There was, I guess, another homeless gentleman who actually stole a beer. I'm not condoning his actions. Problem is at a bus stop where he has had numerous phones stolen from him. I guess that day he had just had enough. And when we say it was a brief time, it was an extremely brief time to the point that we were deciding whether it was going to be self-defense or not. Having said that, Judge, you heard his mother talk about the drugs, but he's not your typical homeless person. I think this is a person that's needs some type of help to get his where he's going, what he's doing. He hasn't fallen off the grid of society. He's still trying to participate in society. And if you look at his criminal history, the state was going to get into that a little bit. Most of it is marijuana based. I think it's K2 and Kush and all that stuff. No hard drugs, but a lot of smoking and drink. We're respectfully requesting for adjudication and with any kind of treatment. He is willing to do inpatient treatment should the court build that route. Life skills to get it back to where it needs to be.
All right, so I have a couple of questions. Number one, and if your client wants to answer it, who is Angelica to him? Was that a friend?
No, I believe, is it the witnesses?
Yes.
I believe all the witnesses were just witnesses in the prosecution. I don't know.
Because, and let me just tell you my issue with granting your application. In the stipulations, it says, Angelica said, Avelino accused Tristan of stealing his beer. And they began to fight. Now, other witnesses are saying it was this verbal altercation. And I'm using the word altercation because that's how they put it in the police report. But then they said it became a physical altercation. And Angelica said everyone told them, hey, stop fighting. And she said, then you walked away. And then she said that then you returned and approached Tristan from behind and stabbed him 2 times.
If I may, Judge, it's almost unfair for the court.
No, I'm just saying what's in the steps.
I understand that. What I'm getting at is it's almost unfair.
I'm sorry, what?
All of this was gone.
Okay.
Because it was at a bus stop. And so technically that's right, but when we say walk away, it's just a little verbal things, it was a scuffle.
All right, does
When
anyone-
we said we walk away, it was a walk away.
Oh, does
It
anybody,
wasn't like,
It was, that's why I explained it as brief, but it was not like a prolonged. It was like a minute or less.
A minute or two come back, it wasn't.
so does
Back.
anybody want to amend the steps for the court to see the video?
I have no objection at the court.
Judge, let me just give it. Burned on a medium for the court to review.
Okay,
It's not an.
Anyway,
okay. Because that would help me, because
Yeah.
just reading the
Yes.
steps. All right, thank you. If you would like to, you can have a seat. They're gonna let me see this and then we'll go from there. All right. See, sometimes that's why it's so important to watch videos, because statements read differently than video. So I do see in the video that this appeared to be a continuous altercation. And there really wasn't. I thought maybe from the way the stipulation reads, it reads as though there was a cessation of any type of altercation. And then you come back with the complainant being unawares, but it appears that this was a continual altercation that started out as a verbal confrontation. Then it turned to a physical altercation. Then it stopped for about 2 seconds. Then it's another physical altercation. And it's all up and down in front of the bus stops. And then you fell into the street, almost got hit by a vehicle, and then the altercation continued. So here's the thing. You only have 2 choices. These are your 2 choices. There are no other choices, so do not ask for any other choices. Your first choice is I'll find you guilty. I'll sentence you to 5 years in prison. I'll ask for the therapeutic community. Your other choice is I will give you deferred adjudication. That deferred adjudication will be for 10 years, and you are going into inpatient treatment or either felony drug court. Those are your only 2 options. You have no other option. Which do you choose? Do you want to discuss it with your attorney? All right. All right. All right, the court is going to sentence you to 10 years deferred adjudication. There's to be regular reporting by Zoom or in person, regular random UAs, proof of employment within 45 days of release. There's to be no employment as a home health care provider or with minors. There's to be no residing in households with minors. In custody, we can see if felony drug court will take them. So in custody, there's going to be a referral to felony drug court. If not accepted, there's going to be a TAP evaluation. And I am telling you now, that TAP evaluation, regardless of what it says, you're doing inpatient treatment because it's obvious to the court that you need inpatient treatment. And the reason why I'm going to request a TAP evaluation, even though I'm saying inpatient treatment, is because they will not take you anywhere unless the TAP evaluation has been completed. So, Ms. Abrams, TAP evaluation in custody, if not accepted in felony drug court, and he's either going to end up doing SATF or SafeP. If they recommend SafeP, of course, it will be SafeP. If they recommend SATF, it will be SATF. If they don't recommend inpatient at all, it will be SATF. There's going to be field visits one time per month for, until further notice. There's an affirmative finding of deadly weapon. And do y'all, was there a restitution amount for the complainant or no?
Judge, he made communication with the complainant and he did say that he had these rules, but we don't have an exact amount. So I would request just a restitution hearing. That way I can reach out to University Hospital and get documentation of that.
All right, there's to be no contact with Tristan Mills. Ms. Ferguson, I need a restitution hearing in 30 days. All right, we'll have a restitution hearing on November 20th. This will run concurrent with 2025 CC 00611. There's going to be 200 hours of community service restitution. Do you have any children? What are their ages?
17, 21, 24.
Okay. Probation, is there anything else? All right. With regards to the community service hours, 100 hours of those will be waived once you complete anger management. Is there anything else you need from the court to be successful?
No, you're not.
Did you review the document entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Rights to Appeal with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it? Because it's a plea bargain agreement, because I followed your plea bargain agreement, and because you waive your right to appeal, you do not have the court's permission to appeal. Do you understand?
Yes.
All right, we can go off the record. Here's the thing. If you do not get control of your drug use and maintain your sobriety, only one of two things going to happen. Either you're going to end up in prison or in jail, or either somebody's going to have to identify your body, and more likely than not, that will be your mom. So you're going to have to give up this lifestyle. If you do not, there's going to be a problem. And if you can't do it for yourself, then if you love your mom, you need to do it for her, because I'm sure she doesn't want to do this. And I'm sure she is always worried whether or not she's going to get a call that you're dead. You understand? All right, good luck to you.
Thank you.
Thank you.